Hi there. So welcome to this special anniversary YouTube series. We are celebrating 16 years of being very happily married. Fine girl, are you happy?
You ask me that question all the time and you know the answer.
I have a special song I always sing to make her laugh. So I'm going to sing it. My baby, my baby.
You actually did that on camera. You're not going to do that.
Anytime I want her to smile, for sure, I sing that song. I have another naughty one I sing, but I can't sing that one in public. It's not for public consumption. I should say it.
No.
It's not for public consumption. Yeah. Okay, so we're celebrating 16 years. It has been a wonderful journey. And because we mentor a lot of people, all around the world, we just felt, let's just share some more things, from our own personal lives and our own personal journey that will or should or might, be a blessing.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be a blessing to you guys. We're going more personal this time, letting you know the full story.
Yeah. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. So it's a series. So, and don't forget, if you have not subscribed to our channel, I don't know what on earth you're waiting for. And make sure you like our turn on notifications, like and comment on the videos. We have 3 major YouTube channels we want to connect with. My own, Kingsley Okonkwo, her own, Mildred Kingsley Okonkwo, then one for the ministry called LDM with PK.
Yeah.
So all these are YouTube channels. Please subscribe to all of them. They all have different contents and they're all going to be of a blessing to you. So where do we start today? The first series is going to be on Before We Met.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so what was happening in your life
before I met you?
Yes.
A lot, actually. Interesting. Before I met him, I was working. I was also very involved in my home church at the time. I was in children's church. Absolutely love children. I still do. I think if I stop pastoring, I'll probably go back to children's church. Yeah, I think. I also think I should have been a teacher, but that's story for another day. So a lot of stuff. And then I was in a relationship. With someone else, a doctor who was doing his master's in the UK. So we had dated for a while. I'd done a lot of long distance dating. So we did long distance for almost 5 years, interestingly.
Wow.
For 4 years. The last year we were together before he went to the UK to do his master's. I guess that was it. And I gave my life to Christ very early. So I was born again from secondary school. So I was kind of really involved in the things of God. Had my moments too when I backslid and all that, but I came back as quickly as I could. And my life was going fine. Absolutely. Most of what I thought it should be at that time.
Okay, interesting. Before we met, I got saved as a teenager. My life has been kind of fast, so I did all the bad things very quickly. So as in my early teens, I was already smoking weed, carrying a pistol, visiting brothels, carrying prostitutes. So this was early teens. So I was already, I'm usually fast like that. So I served Satan well. I served him well. So I was doing all the bad things. And along the line, I got saved, and I also started ministry. I think a year plus after I got saved, God called me to start David's Christian Center. Then we started as a youth fellowship. So I was just 19 or thereabout, about 19.
Yeah, no, 20.
Okay, 20. Okay, crossing between 19 and 20, that range. So that's when I started David's Christian Center. And interestingly, we're also celebrating 25 years
25
of
amazing
ministry
years.
this week also. So it's amazing.
I can't
feel
even believe
old.
it. Yes. But you're not old because you
I'm not
started
old,
really young.
I better not be old. I'll live forever. Even if not the earth, we are living forever. We have eternal life now.
Yeah.
So I started ministry early. So I was basically, consumed with the things of God. I love God. And that's one of the things I wish young people could understand. Your single years are not just years for you to use to wait for marriage. That's not what it's for. single years are for you to serve the Lord. In fact, the Bible is clear about that in 1 Corinthians
Yeah.
7. It said those that are single, they only bother themselves with pleasing the Lord. That is where the action is, and people don't get that. They just want to, looking for who to marry, looking for who to date. No, I was not interested in any of these things. I was just interested in finding purpose, finding myself, finding God, and so I found out I was called to ministry, started ministry, went to Bible school. Single years are for you to develop yourself, to prepare for life, not just prepare for marriage, but prepare for life, because marriage is just a part of life. It's not, marriage is not life. Okay, people don't get that. In fact, just I'm a relationship coach. If not, I would like to tell people that, look, you will succeed in marriage not just by only listening to relationship messages. I know I have subscribers, I have guys that love and support us. Please keep watching, but you can't succeed in marriage just by only watching my channel. You have to watch some financial coaches. You have to listen to, people that talk about your character, other things. Because, what makes marriage work is a combination
of many things.
So you can't just listen to only love, romance, and love song. You jump from love message to love song to love book. You can't succeed that way in marriage, because you need to learn finances, learn management, learn character, learn communication. There are so many things, all right? So I got saved, started ministry, passionate about God and the things of God. And as I started to grow, that's when I started to, and another good thing was that I learned how to both hear God and walk with God even before marriage. Many people want to hear God for the first time, when it comes to marriage. No, I'd learned how to use my faith, because you see how those things played out as we continue the story. I've learned how to use my faith, learned how to hear God even before I met this girl. So that's what I was doing.
Yeah, interestingly, I think that's one of the things that I did more of, building my spiritual life before I got married, because at that time, the responsibilities are fewer. I'm not thinking what would everybody eat. My mom was thinking what would everybody eat. I'm not thinking of house rent. I wasn't thinking about a lot of things, because at the time I was living with my parents. I was working, but I was living at home, so I wasn't really thinking about a lot of things. So I spent a lot of time grooming myself spiritually, knowing how God speaks to me, understanding the dynamics of what God wants to do with my life, investing in prayer. So hours on end, I could go fasting, hours on end praying in tongues. I mean, a lot of that doesn't happen so much these days, because you can't pray 10 hours straight. You have things to do. You have kids.
You have to pay bills.
Exactly. They're going to jump on you even if you try to. And I'm thinking, what will everyone eat? I'm trying to sort out a lot of other things, but then it was just me, my life, and what God wanted me to do with my life. So I spent a lot of that time investing in knowledge as well. I read a lot. As a single person, I read a lot.
That's the time.
Everything. I was a voracious reader. I read everything. In fact, one of my friends used to tease me back then that she would catch me reading an encyclopedia. Yes, I used to read the encyclopedia. I read everything. I read about everything you can imagine. So I did a lot of reading. I did a lot of watching TV as well. Because back then, that was really how you would learn a lot of stuff. So I used to watch a lot of things. It really helped me, really helped me. My prayer time, my investing in knowledge, investing in my health, in my life, a lot of things.
Because you mentioned you were in children's church and things like that.
And it's interesting that, being in children's church really framed a lot of the things that I do today, because taking care of children can sometimes be a very thankless job. So because children can seem entitled, and that's the truth. I'm looking for the word. I'm careful. I'm trying to be careful. I think children don't even know that they're supposed to give back. That's the word. They don't know they're supposed to give back. They're there to be taken care of. Pastor K. That's what I didn't want to say. They are there to be taken care of. So you do stuff for them, and you have to remind them to say, what do you say? They say thank you. Even the thank you, they don't even remember, and it's not really fully from
when they grow, they will appreciate it. It's not we appreciate that.
So it really helped me, because now I deal with adults who still don't know how to say thank you, who still think it's their right for you to pray for them, for you to serve them, for you to take care of them. So serving children really helped me, and it helped me to understand that it's not going to be about you. And that's what ministry, that's what services is. That's what marriage is, in fact. It's not going to be about you.
Ministry prepares you
for marriage. That's the truth. Like you said, it's a whole lot,
So, we basically were busy with our lives. We're not just walking about looking for who to marry. And for me, I was content, just serving the Lord, because most of my friends then had a sister, had a brother, they had a relationship. So don't be under that pressure that, because everybody's dating, I must date. No, take your time. Wait till you're ready. That's more important. So you find yourself. You heard what we were saying. You find God. You find your purpose. When I say find yourself, I'm talking about things like finding your talent, finding your purpose, finding your passion, what you want to do with your life, where you're going in life. Because the person you're going to marry must be able to accommodate that vision and passion. So if you don't know it, you're going to go and say yes to somebody, that can't allow you be yourself. This is what happens a lot of times. So your single years are for you to find yourself, find God, find purpose. When you find those things, you find out that you are able to make a better decision when the time comes. Interestingly, you're the first person I ever dated. I've ever dated in my life.
So you're really nobody's ex.
When I say I dropped glory and I'm nobody's ex, I mean it literally. You understand? Yeah, there were times I was close to people and everything, but I was never in a relationship, with somebody else.
You waited for the perfect.
Yeah, you know how we do.
That's how
But that's important because young people feel the pressure of, I must have somebody. No, you don't have to. You can enjoy friendship. If you're not planning to be committing any sin, then really what you're going to be doing is having friends, people you talk with. So that's okay. You can have good friends. It mustn't be a relationship. Young people fall into that pressure. I must be dating somebody, even while I'm waiting to know what I'm doing in my life. Let me just have somebody by me. No, just enjoy God. All right, so that was, do you have any other thing?
No, I guess that's it.
Yeah, so that was our lives before we met, even though we went to the same secondary school.
Yes, we went to the same secondary school, but we never spoke.
Once. Our paths didn't cross. And we're in school for 6 years together.
Amazing.
How weird is that? We're in school for 6 years. We're in Command Secondary School, Ekpaja.
And we had mutual friends.
Say, we love you guys. We're wearing green. We're wearing green. Command, understand.
Yeah.
All right, so.
And we had mutual friends. But
we had a lot of mutual friends, interestingly. In fact, my best man was very close to her.
Yeah.
My best man, Tony Osago,
we're
I see you.
very close friends.
So we're very close. So he was close to.
He was close to me and close to you at the same time.
But me and her
never
spoke. So interestingly,
But I mean, that's because you were a bad boy.
Yes, She was born again. I was born against.
So obviously our paths would not cross.
Yeah.
Because God always surrounded me with the right people.
Yeah, she was a very good girl.
So you had to keep
she was very fine. In fact, she's the finest girl, in my set. In fact, literally in my school.
Some people fight, so.
People fought, when I said it one time, people fought. Not to say some people will fight. People fought and they are fighting, but the truth,
But potatoes gone potatoes.
Yes,
so.
it is what it is. It is what it is, There's nothing we can do. Potato, please, potato out of here. There's nothing we can do. But
Even
she was literally the finest girl in our set. If you see shape. No, let's be frank. Let's say the truth now.
I was misshapen on our set, but
you were misshapen now. Yeah. You were Miss World inside the school. I'm telling you, I'm not lying now. We're not friends, so I can't be. I wasn't. Okay. We were not even friends then. But the fact was there. You were literally like a half caste. And in those days, all boys. Half caste is what we're all looking for that time. That's the truth now. I don't know what they're doing in their own time now, but in their own time, if you have half caste, you have succeeded. You are president. You have won. So you look like half caste. You were very fair. Then you had an incredible shape for a secondary school student. Your shape was.
Thank you, mommy.
Then you were very beautiful. And you were well behaved, very neat.
Girl.
You just wear your Flying Horse House t-shirt, uniform, and just be going, but the shape will be showing.
Oh, light blue.
You were beautiful. So everybody knew you were the finest girl. So interestingly, when I went to London some years ago to hang out with some of my classmates, one was not telling me that, you, Kingsley, you become born again because you wanted to marry Mildred. I mean, that's how fine she was. That this bad guy that was my friend thought I became born again just because I wanted to marry. I said, no, I became born again.
Boy, toasted my spirit.
Because the particular guy was toasting her that time. So we
met. Not toasting me, toasted my spirit.
So that's how fine she was. That guy thought actually, became born again just to get that girl.
Can't be that deep.
Yeah, but that's how fine you were. So she finally get my school. But we never spoke, interestingly. Never spoke until that will take us to the next series, which is How We Met.
So watch out for that, guys.
Again. Because we had met before, but not how we met again. All right.